Hello everyone, back tuning in to the fourth update for Christmas 2017 from GazObvious.com. So, done 3 updates so far. First one was on the 1st of November. All 3 have been pretty unsettled updates. Generally westerly, zonal, unsettled, that kind of thing. So, we'll see what the 4th update has to say. We have got an early trend here for unsettled westerly weather, perhaps even stormy weather over the Christmas period, but it is really early days on this. Remember, the idea is that we're using the CFS V2 9-monthly forecast at the website metroseal.fr to see if we can pick out trends just for the overall time of the year. It's far too early to be able to pin this down in terms of exact days, exactly what going to happen on Christmas Day. So really we're just looking for the trend kind of what the long range model thinks might happen around mid-December to the end of December to the early part of January. And will the trend, or the trend at the moment, has been in the first 3 updates for it to be generally westerly. There has been an idea of a bit of a cold snap around the middle of December within these 3 updates, but overall the idea has been for late December, including the Christmas period, to be generally westerly and zonal. So we'll see what the 4th update has to say right now. Just to say, today I'm using the 6 o'clock run of the CFS V2 rather than the midday run. But normally and whenever possible, we are going to use the same run all the time, which will be the midday run. The reason I'm not using the midday run this 4th update is that it hasn't updated at metroseal.fr. It's still showing the midday run for the 7th of November, a couple of days ago. So I picked the midday, the 6 o'clock run instead for this update. This was generated 6 o'clock yesterday, 8th of November. There's always a 24-hour delay on getting these charts through. So we'll get on with the 4th update for you right now, just so you can see these charts for yourself. If you go to a links page, we've got the link to metroseal.fr on the links page, so you can have a look at these for yourself. So this is what the 6 o'clock run of the 9-monthly CFS V2 was showing yesterday on the 8th of November. We're beginning here on the 12th of December. And we're in sort of a coolish west-northwesterly flow with a deep area of low pressure sitting out to our west. Let's run through, see what happens as we go to the middle part of December. So it looks very unsettled here. We're going up to the 14th, up to the 15th. And we're in a very mild, wet and windy situation. We've got high pressure across much of central southern Europe with low pressure to the south of Greenland. We're bringing in these westerly, southwesterly winds. So that's mild, wet and windy weather up to the middle part of December. Let's carry on running through, and we go to the 16th on to the 17th. It's staying unsettled for the north, but for the south we are beginning to get a bit of a build of pressure starting to appear. So we begin to break out of that westerly zonal weather as high pressure starts to develop down across southern parts of the country. And then as we go up towards the 18th, that high pressure becomes much more influential. So it's actually sitting over the top of the British Isles by bed on the 18th of December. High pressure is dominating. That will be bringing quite cold weather. You probably get frost and fog in with that, and there is cold northerly winds sinking down across Scandinavia and into northeastern parts of Europe. So winter really biting in the northeast of Europe. We are under this ridge, which would at the very least be bringing frosty and mainly dry, possibly even foggy conditions there on the 18th of December. Let's carry on and run up towards Christmas. So the high pressure continues to dominate as we go to the 20th on to the 21st. We're seeing high pressure well and truly in control here, bringing a lot of dry weather up to the 21st of December. Its position is beginning to shift a little bit over towards the east. Very gradually and subtly, we're starting to pull in a little bit more of an east-southeasterly flow from off what is by now a really cold continent. So we will be starting to bring in cold, low-level continental air there on the 21st of December. You notice easterly winds are actually flooding in across many central and southern parts of Europe, bringing really cold air and snow to much of, particularly eastern parts of Europe. We remain under the influence of this ridge, so it's dry, frosty, cold, probably with fog as well. We're going to carry on further up towards Christmas, and we go to the 22nd. High pressure is beginning to slip towards the eastern part of Europe now, but it's got enough of an influence to still be dragging in the air from an east-southeasterly direction. Now we start putting some really quite cold air indeed for off countries. This is a colder update, this fourth update. Bearing in mind, it's the 6 o'clock run that we're looking at here, not the midday run. So we can't really compare like with like, because wherever possible, it's always best to try and stick to the same update, and at random we've been choosing to stick with the midday run. But anyway, the 6 o'clock run of yesterday's CFSV2 is bringing up cold air from the southeast as we're heading close to Christmas, 23rd of December. That could bring snow flurries into eastern parts of the country. Let's continue to Christmas. And we've got a bit of an upper level disturbance appearing here on Christmas Eve. So there's some sort of a trough within this cold upper flow that's developing here around Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. That could be bringing snow showers into eastern and southeastern parts of the country. It's a much colder update. It's much more wintry. So there could be snow showers in the east and the southeast there on Christmas Eve and into Christmas Day. It will be very cold as well, because the air has been stagnating under all of this high pressure for quite a long time now, and coming in off the frozen continent. So it will be really cold Christmas, and there could be snow there, particularly snow showers in the south and the southeast. So that's how Christmas Day is looking on this fourth update, and it is a cold one. We've got high pressure up to the north and the northeast. We're bringing the air in from the east. There's some sort of disturbance within the upper flow, and that's generating at the very least snow showers in eastern parts of the country on Christmas Day. So file this one down, this fourth update, file this down as a cold update. Boxing Day, still cold, the high pressure's still there. It's gone to Scandinavia now. We're still bringing in the wind from an east-southeasterly direction, so it stays cold. The risk of snow shower probably goes away. It would be mainly dry, but it would be really cold on Boxing Day. And it's cold throughout the Christmas period as well. Let's start to run up towards New Year then, and that high pressure finally collapses down into the southeast of Europe, and low pressure started to re-strengthen in the Atlantic. So by the 28th of December, winds are beginning to turn southerly southwesterly. We're probably bringing some sort of weather front across the country that will be taking a band of rain, sleet and snow with it, and then introducing milder air from off the Atlantic. And then as we go up towards New Year, very quickly mild air floods back in from off the Atlantic. So amazing, we do time this just right to get a cold snap just right for Christmas. After Christmas, we're back to those mild west to southwesterly winds. This is how things are looking as we go to New Year's Eve. Very unsettled, quite stormy actually from New Year's Eve to New Year's Day. That's a deep area of low pressure there on the first day of 2018. That bring gale force winds and bouts of heavy rain with it, and that stormy weather continues into the early part of the new year as well. However, it doesn't take long, as we go through the first week of January, till we start to build in high pressure again and start to turn things colder again, and those colder conditions under high pressure continue then through that early part of January. We're running up towards the middle of January now, I won't go any further, but after that more stormier interval, just after Christmas and over New Year, we actually go back to cold weather, albeit mainly dry weather again, through the early part of 2018. So what we can say is that this is our first cold update of the season of Christmas updates. And to get to this, we've had to use the 6 o'clock run rather than the midday run. So we can't really compare this to the previous three, unfortunately, because, as I say, we're not using the same update. Where possible, it's always best to try and use the same version of the model if you're doing comparisons. So I think I'm going to put this one down on its own terms. It is a cold update, so we will file this as our first cold update of the season of Christmas updates. But as I say, we can't compare it to the previous three, which were mild and zonal, because they were all from the midday run of CFSV2 and this is from the 6 o'clock run. However, a bit of eye candy for those of you that want to get something a bit more seasonable going for Christmas. And we'll wait and see what the 5th update shows, which will hopefully be back to using the midday run again. We will see what the 5th update shows, and we're going to be doing that on Sunday. So keep checking back for all of the updates as we go through the next few days and weeks. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.